Hi Capricorn, and welcome to your past life soulmate special edition Lovescope. I am recording this in November of 2017, but I truly intend these readings to be timeless. The reason why this is a special edition is because I don't intend to upload this particular reading every single month. The last time I did one of these was about 9 months ago, so I feel like it's time to do another. And with that said, this reading will focus on the energy you shared with a soulmate in your past incarnation with them, and how that energy is playing out in this lifetime, okay? This lifetime, I intend this soulmate to be romantic. That doesn't mean in your previous incarnation that you shared a romantic experience. You very well could have, but it doesn't have to mean that, okay? Who we are, the person we are, our body, our sex, our gender, everything about us is just our costume for this lifetime. Our soul is genderless, okay? So keep that in mind. Also, this is general, so as always, if it doesn't resonate, please don't try to make it fit, okay? Some of you may have already met this soulmate. Maybe you're currently with this soulmate, or maybe you have yet to meet this soulmate, okay? So let's take a look at the energy shared between the two of you in your past incarnation. The primary energy. Beauty. I love it. So with this, you guys had a lovely relationship, okay? There was a lot of things about it that were beautiful, and since this is general, it's going to be different all the way around. Maybe it could be like you were just stunningly gorgeous in your past life, or your soulmate was stunningly gorgeous, but the beauty runs much deeper than just the physical, okay? This goes all the way into the soul. Both of you, the way you saw each other was in such a light that there was nothing higher, there was nothing better. You are the most beautiful person I have ever laid my eyes on, inside and out, okay? You complete me. I cannot turn away from you. Everything about you is beautiful, even your flaw, okay? That's the type of energy that was shared between the two of you. So I'm going to pull some past life tarot cards to get a sense of, you know, what is your past life connection? Where were you guys? What were you guys? How does that play into the now? Because our past life connection, what really brought us together, oftentimes will carry over into this life, okay? So by the looks of that, I feel as though you guys were romantic with each other in your past life, and if you weren't romantic with each other, you just really saw each other as extraordinarily beautiful people, inside and out, okay? So I'm going to give these one more shuffle. All right. Baby. So a couple different messages with this. I'm going to pull the other cards before I get too much into that. Ooh, Egypt. Look at that. Wars and battles. Okay. So with this energy, a couple different messages since this is general. First and foremost, this particular soulmate for some of you, like your previous incarnation, that was like your first incarnation together, working together as souls in a very close, intimate way, okay? For some of you. Now, I know there is a belief out there that lifetime after lifetime we have the same romantic partner. And, you know, for some that is true. But you have to understand that romantic love is just one of many of the human experiences that we can all have, even though it's like one that we're super focused on, many of us, okay? But soulmates, we have many soulmates. And depending on the lifetime, we work very closely with some more than others. But it's like that soulmate and you're together always. It's just you're playing different roles. And I really feel in your past life, this may have been your first role as like lovers, okay? It was a brand new, not to say you haven't had lifetimes previous, but this was the first time you guys were lovers in your past life, okay? Now, for others of you, this indicates that there was a child that was very significant, and chances are this child did not grow to adulthood, okay? So you guys could have experienced the loss of your child in your past incarnation together. And for that to come through in a reading, that plays out somewhat into this lifetime. You may have experienced infertility, maybe you miscarried, or even had a stillborn, or had an infant pass away from SIDS, or even for no reason, you might have this fear inside of you that something like that is going to happen or play out. Okay, it doesn't mean that it's going to. That may be a residual fear from the trauma of the past life. And now we have Egypt and wars and battles that go along with this baby card. Also, you guys could have been young lovers, and one of you may have passed away, because we have wars and battles here. So one or both of you were involved in some sort of war, conflict, battle that took place in Egypt. Now, this could be a notorious thing that's written in history, or this could be something that's more civil just to the group of people that you lived with, okay? Your community, something along those lines. But some of you, this relationship didn't have a chance to fully grow because one or both of you went off to war, and one of you died in that, okay? But nonetheless, there is a very strong Egypt connection, meaning you and this soulmate did share an incarnation together in Egypt at whatever time. That could have been, only 50 years ago, just depending on your age, or that could have been 500 years ago, or even longer. This soulmate, you and this soulmate, this energy is relevant for what you guys are going to experience this lifetime. And it doesn't mean like you're going to have a baby die, or one of you's going to go off to war and die, okay? It just, there's element of newness, of children, of wars and battles. In this lifetime, perhaps this soulmate is in the military and is off serving duty, or you're off serving duty, okay? That background, it could be very strong in your energy field, and that might be where you guys even connect, okay? So let's take a look here at some tarot cards to get a better feel of this energy. This could also mean, with that wars and battle, as much as, that just didn't work out, did it? As much as you guys loved each other, maybe you guys just really couldn't see eye to eye, and there was a lot of battle and conflict between the two of you, which ultimately didn't let you progress into marriage or like an entire life of love, even though you really have this connection of, this is the most extraordinary person I've ever met, okay? You guys may have just had a lot of conflict, or, perhaps your love was forbidden even, okay? It's just, there's an element here where you guys could not be full grown, and it's like a premature ending to the love and romance. We have the Six of Swords. Yep. The Knight of Cups reversed. And Temperance reversed. Yes, very strong message here that this love did not have the chance to fully grow and fully mature in your last incarnation that you spent together as lovers, as trying to come together in that experience, in that energy, okay? There is loss here. And, you know, we see that here, but it's like a need to move on and to push forward, even though you don't want to, even though you feel just beside yourself inside, upside down, turned inside out, not in balance, not in harmony, okay? This is past life energy. So whether you lost each other through death, through some sort of war, or you guys just couldn't seem to make it together, like there was just too much conflict in the relationship, or even if you guys did have a death of a child, that could have been so traumatizing to both of you that you separated. What I see here, regardless of whatever circumstance you fall into, is you did have to end the relationship, or the relationship ended and you did have to move on. And I feel as though for many of you, you never loved like that again. Even though the relationship itself, I feel, was short-lived, the connection and the love that was there was so powerful and strong. Like I said, I never met somebody as beautiful as you inside and out, but you had to move on, and you did. But clearly, the energy and cycle between you and the soulmate was not completed, okay? Because we are doing this reading now, and this person is either come into your life or is going to come into your life this incarnation. So what I'm going to do now is pull some cards to look at your specific energy and their specific energy this lifetime. Who are you? Who are they? Who are you guys when you come together, okay? Some of you, after that relationship, I don't think you ever loved again. You might have been with other people, but you never loved again. It was like that was your person, that was your soulmate. You knew that even if you guys could not get along, it's like you just loved each other in a very special way, and it is transcending into this lifetime. Okay. Let's see. You are coming out as the Ice Queen, ideas preserved, non-action, entitlement. Okay, so many of you may have met this soulmate in this lifetime, okay? And it's like it didn't work out the first time around. Just the same energy as here. It did not work out the first time around, but this is ideas preserved. So with the energy of this card, it's saying you two may come back together in this lifetime, okay? It's just, if you've already met and then you went your separate ways, and again, you're going to have this same kind of energy where you're like, you are the most beautiful person I have ever met inside and out, even if they have thorns, okay? Even if they can be one hell of a person to deal with on their worst day. There is just this element about them where there is nobody else where you've seen what you see when you look at them, okay? This is saying you guys need to be apart. And since you're coming out as the Ice Queen, for many of you, you're the one that very well may have ended this relationship, or you're the one that needs to just kind of let this soulmate go for now and trust that if you're not together at this time, there is divine purpose in that, okay? You see that owl sitting up there? The owl is all about wisdom, the unseen, what's happening in the darkness. And, you know, we all have to be in the darkness at times and go through those challenges and changes to grow us and stretch us into our greatest versions of who we are, to better align us to love, okay? Because at 20, we're not ready for love. We're not. We're barely learning about love and experiencing relationships with people. Even if you have a really powerful connection, you're still learning, you know, you're still growing, and a lot of things need to change. Who you are at 10 is not who you are at 20, and who you are at 20, not who you are at 30. And then imagine who you are at 40 or 50. You're always changing, you're always growing, and sometimes love needs to fall apart because later it's going to fall back together. Okay, so very strong message there. Others of you, this is saying you haven't met this person yet, okay? And it may be some time before you do. I hate to say that, but this is a general reading. And what it's saying with this non-action is it's going to happen, okay? It's just part of your life path. It's going to happen naturally. It's just going to be. You guys are going to come together naturally, okay? And they are coming through as the Queen of the Light, illumination, enlightenment, celebration. Okay, so you know what I feel about this, Capricorn? You're coming through as the Ice Queen, okay? And they're coming through as the Queen of Light. This soulmate brings you back to life. This soulmate thaws your heart, okay? It melts every defense within you. You know, some of you might have major walls built up from just hard relationships that you've dealt with in this lifetime. But this soulmate, just their essence, their very presence, their beauty, that beauty that just shines from the inside out so strong, it blinds you. It melts your defenses, okay? This person comes in really to soothe you, to heal you, to pull you out of the darkness, to show you the light, to connect with you in that place of wisdom that you both contain within. And honestly, for many of you, I feel like this is a water sign. Your soulmate is a water sign. Now, this is general, so that's not all, but very strongly, I'm feeling that you have a water sign soulmate, or there's a lot of water energy in their natal chart, okay? There's somebody that no matter what's happened in their life, they're the kind of person that even if they get beat down for a minute, eventually through enough introspection, they're going to come to a place where they understand how everything is connected and why XYZ had to happen and where it's leading them. Like, they're not one to be in a victim mentality sort of energy regardless of what they've been through. It's not to say they never get weak and feel like a victim at times, but their overall general energy is not that of victimhood. It's of survival, of strength, of illumination, enlightenment, happiness, okay? This soulmate literally brings you to life, okay? I want to pull some tarot cards to look at how you feel and how your soulmate feels, okay? So if you haven't met anybody like that Queen of Light, then you haven't met this soulmate yet. You haven't. This person is just like, you are just blinded by the light that exists from their soul. You cannot turn away from them. They just bring you back to life. That's how I feel. Even if you thought you were living just fine, it's like you meet them and you're like, oh my gosh, you've taken me to another dimension of reality, of understanding, of connection, of experiencing. It's like they see the world through such different eyes than you do, and you just can't help it. It's like you almost feel like they're magical in a sense, and they just have a way of breaking down your barriers and melting all negativity. They're too positive. Their energy is just so much light, such a high vibration of love. All right. You feel very alone, like you are just kind of randomly wandering this earth plane until you align with this energy. And when you do, like I said, you come to life. Do you see the difference in imagery? This is like the winter, a long stretch. God, it goes so well with this card. I feel like many of you, you haven't had like a real significant relationship or in a while, or if you have, it's just like the connection just isn't running as deep as you need it to, and there's a reason why. It's because there's this soulmate here. For others of you, again, this is where you're disconnected from that soulmate at this time. And I feel that if you're disconnected from the soulmate at this time, or you have not met them, this is talking about the long journey in between from when you broke up to when you reconnect, or to when you actually meet them, okay? There's like, they are such a high vibration. It's like you have to really go through a lot of experiences and tap into your own inner wisdom to elevate yourself to align with them, okay? And so here you are doing that, and then you meet them and you come to life. It's like abundance, happiness, fertility, prosperity, newness. You come to life when you meet them and fall in love. So beautiful. I really like this. I know nobody wants to be waiting around forever, but you know, this is so worth the wait, and you are being shaped and groomed along the way so that you are a perfect match for this person as well, okay? It's just like, it's the most beautiful person you've ever met, coming from the inside out. One more shuffle for how soulmate feels. Okay. We have the Two of Pentacles and the Page of Cups. Okay. So what this tells me is there may be a little bit of hesitation on your soulmate's part to get committed. Now also, the soulmate may have a child or children, and a lot of their time and energy goes into that. And when you guys meet, there's such a connection. It's going to be, you know, a hard balance for them to give equally to both. But with both of these coming out upright, it's going to work out. It's going to be fine. Others of you, this might be that your soulmate is very involved in their career, or, you know, maybe they're in school and they're so focused on that. And it's again, it's hard to split that energy. So I feel like your soulmate has a lot going on in their life. I don't feel like it's on a negative level, but it's like they have a lot on their plate. And, making time for you and coming together with you, it's like a balance of energy. They've really got to make a lot of things work so they can come together with you as frequently as they would like to, okay? So for others of you, this might be where this soulmate is debating on whether or not they want to give you a second try, or, you know, reconnect with you. Not that there's anything bad with you, but this is saying, like, for those of you who are disconnected from the soulmate, yeah, they still think about you quite a bit, and they want another go round with you, but they're not quite sure how to make that happen. Okay, and when that's the situation, that's the universe saying, listen, all things in divine time. Okay, so I'm going to pull some tarot cards to get a look at the energy shared between you two this lifetime. You know, like, how is that playing out? And we'll give it another good shuffle. Okay. We have the Nine of Flames. Yeah, definitely. Many of you have already had a relationship. We have Strength. Yep. And then we have the Eight of Orbs. Wow. Okay, so many caps I'm reading for. You did have a relationship with this person already, and you are disconnected from them at this time, and you feel that very strongly. Okay, and it's taking a lot of inner strength, and you don't want to give up. Like, you don't want to let it go. And what I'm telling you is, you've got to trust the universe at this time if you are disconnected from this person, okay? There's just things behind the scenes that you're not aware of, but that need to happen, that need to take place, that need to transpire. So trust the universe, trust the situation, and try not to get so emotional or caught up in your head about this person being your soulmate and why are we not together and all of that, okay? Because it will come together in perfect divine timing. There's purpose between your separation right now. Now, for others of you that have not met this person, this here is talking about what you are going through. Many of you have gone through a lot of relationships that weren't the best for you, okay? But it was building a lot of inner strength, more than you recognize, okay? And you are being withheld in this Eight of Orbs. Like, there's a lot that needs to change within your energy field, within your thinking and your emotions and the energy that you're giving off, before you and this person align. It's like you are on a journey, and I know you don't want to hear that, but that's what this is saying. And you know, you're gonna meet this person or come back together with this person. Like, that's just what is, you know, set here. But it's the journey. I feel like the journey is where you're having the trouble, and I really want you to know, please trust that journey. It's building you, it's building them in ways that you don't see and you don't understand, and all of that needs to happen and take place to have this really solid connection where there is prosperity and growth and longevity, okay? So just hang in there, okay? And really introspect. What is it that you need to work on? What is it that you need to let go of? How do you need to grow as an individual to align with this energy? Because this exists inside of you. Just as they are going to seem like the most beautiful person you've ever met, you too will feel like the most beautiful person they've ever met or been with, you know, whatever the case may be. So I'm going to pull some romance angel cards just to get a bit more information as I wrap this reading up. But for you guys, I feel like the majority of you are disconnected from this soulmate at this time, or you have not met them just yet. And the reunion or the meeting of them is a bit in the future yet, because you have stuff you need to work on big time, like you do, and you'll know what that is, okay? I'm not telling you something you don't already know, but once you are through that, you have this beautiful connection. Like, it's just magical, especially with that Empress there. So, let's go ahead and see what the romance angels have to add to this. Give your relationship a chance. Flirt. And finance and careers. Okay, so with these romance angel cards, what I'm feeling is give your relationship a chance. This relationship is going to circle back around, okay? It is. For some of you out there. And when that happens, you really need to have an open heart in giving this a second chance. Don't do it half-heartedly. And with the flirt here, keep your energy light. Like, you know, don't be so serious about everything when you and this person come together, or even in the now during this separation. With finance and careers here, a lot of you could need to focus on that aspect of your life, on that area of your life. It's like that's what you need to get in order before you align with this person. Okay, for others of you, this person, you meet them at your job or your banking institution, something along those lines. Okay, but for all of you, just be light about it and trust the process, trust the universe, and know that there is a soulmate for you. And for some of you, you have already met this person and you'll know who they are based on my description here. So if you don't know anybody like I just described, then know that that's in your future and you and that person are soulmates. So that's what I have for you, Capricorn. I hope that you enjoyed this, and I'm sending lots of blessings for soulmate love. Take care.